In the dimly lit room of an old, creaking house, four friends sat huddled around a laptop, their faces illuminated by the eerie glow of the screen. They had gathered for their weekly ritual of browsing Craigslist for the weirdest and creepiest listings they could find. Little did they know that this night would be different, that they would stumble upon something that would plunge them into a terrifying ordeal beyond their wildest nightmares. It all began innocently enough. Sarah, Jake, Emily, and Mark, avid horror enthusiasts, had formed a close-knit group bound by their love for the macabre. Every Friday night, they would meet at Sarah's house, armed with snacks and drinks, ready to score Craigslist for tales of the bizarre and unsettling. As they scrolled through the listings, their excitement grew with each strange ad they discovered. From haunted dolls to cursed relics, they had seen it all, or so they thought. That was until Jake stumbled upon a listing titled The True Best Creepy Craigslist Horror Stories Compilation. Intrigued by the promise of spine-chilling tales, they clicked on the link, unaware of the darkness that awaited them. The webpage opened to reveal a collection of stories, each more unsettling than the last. They read about a woman who had purchased a mirror that showed her gruesome visions of her own death. A man who had unknowingly invited a malevolent entity into his home through a Craigslist ad, and a group of friends who had gone missing after responding to a mysterious job posting. As they delved deeper into the stories, a sense of unease settled over the room. The tales seemed too real, too vivid to be mere fiction. But before they could contemplate further, Sarah noticed something peculiar. A new listing had appeared at the top of the page, titled Experience True Terror. Join us. Curiosity piqued, the friends clicked on the listing, expecting to find another chilling tale. Instead, they were greeted by a single sentence: "Do you dare to face your deepest fears?" Without hesitation, Jake replied, his fingers trembling as he typed, "Yes, we dare." Almost instantly, a reply came. A cryptic message containing coordinates and a time. "Meet us at midnight at the old abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town. Come along." With a mixture of excitement and trepidation, the friends made a pact to meet at the appointed time, determined to uncover the truth behind the enigmatic invitation. As the clock struck midnight, Sarah found herself standing alone outside the decrepit warehouse, the moon casting eerie shadows across the deserted street. She hesitated for a moment, her heart pounding in her chest, before steeling herself and pushing open the rusted doors. Inside, the air was thick with dust and decay, the darkness broken only by the faint glow of moonlight filtering through cracked windows. Sarah called out to her friends, her voice echoing off the walls, but there was no reply. Cautiously, she made her way deeper into the labyrinthine corridors of the warehouse, her footsteps echoing loudly in the silence. Every shadow seemed to conceal a lurking menace, every sound sending shivers down her spine. Suddenly, Sarah stumbled upon a clearing in the heart of the warehouse, where a group of cloaked figures stood gathered around a flickering candle. Among them was Jake, Emily, and Mark, their faces pale with fear as they watched the proceedings unfold. At the center of the clearing stood a robed figure, their features obscured by darkness. With a voice like gravel, they spoke, commanding the group to join hands and recite the words of an ancient incantation. As Sarah listened to the chilling words, a sense of dread washed over her. This was no ordinary gathering. It was a ritual, a summoning of forces beyond their comprehension. With a final chant, the ritual reached its climax, and the air around them seemed to crackle with electricity. Suddenly, a blinding light filled the clearing, and a deafening roar echoed through the warehouse. When the light faded, Sarah found herself face to face with a creature from the depths of nightmares. A towering figure with twisted limbs and glowing eyes that seemed to pierce her soul. Paralyzed with fear, Sarah watched as the creature advanced, its grotesque form filling her vision. She closed her eyes, praying for salvation, but when she opened them again, she found herself alone in the darkness. With trembling hands, Sarah stumbled out of the warehouse, her mind reeling from the horrors she had witnessed. Outside, the first light of dawn was breaking on the horizon, bathing the world in a soft, eerie glow. As she made her way home, Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that she had stumbled upon something beyond her understanding, something ancient and malevolent lurking in the shadows of the world. But one thing was certain, she would never look at Craigslist the same way again.